Welcome back, everybody. This is Specs, and this week we are going to be going over my Week 6 Draft League battle against the Philadelphia Aggrons. So, without further ado, let's just get right into the team analysis. So, first thing I noticed on this team was Togekiss. Togekiss is a massive threat against my team because my team essentially has no flying resist. It has one in the form of Sigilyphs, but at the same time, it's Sigilyphs, and coming off a base 120 special attack, air slashes from this thing are still going to hurt a lot. That coupled with Serene Grace lets Togekiss really flinch down my mons, you know, theoretically, a Max Spadef Clefable shouldn't get, like completely demolished by Togekiss, but if luck's not on your side, 60% chance to flinch with air slashes, it could make things pretty bad. So yeah, I felt like a Scarf set from his end would probably be the best set to run against me. With Scarf, he's faster than everything against my team non-choice without a choice Scarf, and air slash is very good against my team, as I already said. I only have one flying resist, and that's barely a flying resist. Dazzling Gleam can also hit my team pretty hard. Flamethrower is also nice. And then you can run Trick to cripple my Clefable or Toad. You could even run like Scarf Thunder Wave if you want to, again, catch my Clef, which is, by the way, Clef is like basically the only switch that I had against this thing. With Max Spadef, I'm comfortably like getting like 4 to 5 hit KO'd, and with Wish Protect, I shouldn't get super unlucky to the point where I, die. So as long as like my Clef relatively healthy and I can not get flinched, I'll be good. But if he like T-Waves my Clef, suddenly paraflinching becomes a lot more difficult for me to deal with. Or if he just tricks me a Scarf, because if I am running Wish Protect, then I can't recover at all. Or I mean I can, but like it's harder to do so, I suppose, because there's a higher chance of me dying after throwing up the first wish. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Focus, very scary mon. Next up we have T-Tar. T-Tar is it's pretty good. It's strong. It's got good bulk. It's got decent special attack. It's lacking in speed, but with all the rest of those stats, it's pretty good. Unfortunately for him, I have Conkeldurr, which just kind of screws over his team, really. Mach Punch will one-shot T-Tar from full no matter what he runs. I'm pretty sure, if he runs like max HP, max defense, I'm still going to one-shot it with Mach Punch once I get the Guts boost. And if he runs Chople, he's taking like easily like 60% with max HP, max defense. It's not a good look. So I felt like, T-Tar could do a lot of damage to my team if he runs like some sort of choice band set, right? With Stone Edge and Crunch and Earthquake, something like that, and a filler move for the last one. But like maybe like Iron Head to hit Clef. But like Stone Edge already 2 KOs, even if Clef is like max Spadef, so he doesn't really need to run Iron Head or anything like that. But regardless. So T-Tar can do a shit ton of damage to my team, and he could probably kill a couple mons if he could, but Conkeldurr is just too much of a threatening presence, because I can always come in, I can always Mach Punch, and unless you're running some really whack set, there's no way for you to win against a Conkeldurr. Like, even if you run Chople Berry, you're not going to be able to kill it with it. Like, Aerial Ace is, I don't know, Aerial Ace. Like, is that even going to kill? I didn't check that, but like, maybe. Who knows? But like, in all seriousness, like, T-Tar is definitely not going to 1v1 a Conkeldurr in any day of the week, so like, yeah. Anyway, Goodra. This thing is, I think it's actually really scary. Pure Dragon Diving is pretty decent. You get Sap Sipper as well, and Hydration and Gooey, so like these are decent abilities. Sap Sipper is pretty nice as well, especially since I have a Grass type. And this thing's bulk is very good. Its defense might not be that great, but if you look at that special bulk, especially if you run Assault Vest, you're not taking jack shit from any special move in the game, man. Like, it's not gonna do nothing. Gudra's gonna just take nothing, man. It's very bulky, and it can hit really hard back. You know, base 100 attack and 110 special attack. With decent attacking stats. It's got a lot of coverage too. You know, it's got Draco, it's got Earthquake, it's got Fire Moves, it's got Power Whip, Sludge Bomb, you know, electric moves. Like, it's got a lot of coverage, and it can, in my opinion, it's like very versatile for coverage against a draft league especially. You can really like tailor Gudra's moveset to like do whatever you need it to do. Like, you know, like, oh, is there a water ground type that's like specially defensive? You're like, okay, here's Power Whip, right? Which, by the way, I have a Toad, so Power Whip will be very nice. Or like, you know, like maybe there's this Ferrothorns on your opponent's team. Don't worry, you got Flamethrower. Like, Gudra is very, very good at teching against other Pokemon, especially with its bulk. It can switch in on a lot of moves, even super effective ones. Like, I'm pretty sure Clef Moonblast is not even going to like 3-hit KO. It's probably 4-hit KO. It's probably gonna be like 20%. Like, Moonblast is just gonna bounce right off, and then he can start Sludge Bombing me or some shit. Like, yeah, Gudra, or even Iron Tail if you want to. So yeah, Gudra is pretty decent. Cobalion, I really thought he was gonna bring this because I have a Weavile. Basically, I mean, the only thing I can hit it with was low kick, and if I accidentally knock it off if I accidentally knock off the Cobalion, this only has got +1 attack, and then he's gonna run train. You know, Iron Head close combat is pretty decent coverage against my team, and then you can run a last move for something like my Roserade or something like that. Basically, the only problem with this thing was that I have a Toad. Close combat is gonna do a lot, but then I can come in and comfortably take, I'm pretty sure 2 hits as long as I don't knock it off. I think I can take 2 CCs, and then I can, you know, do shit from there. Yeah, but it's also a good rocker as well, and it's got Volt Switch for momentum, so it's definitely pretty cool. I used this in a draft league previously, and it put a decent amount of work in. I wouldn't say it was great, but you know, I ran like a lot of SD sets, and I was able to get a bunch of kills. So, you know, Coballion's not terrible. Next up, we got Center Scorch. This thing is pretty scary to my team as well. So basically, you know, a set of like Coil, Fire Lash, Power Whip, and like, you can run Leech Life, you can run Rest, I don't know. But like, this set could like really put a dent in my team. So basically, you know, I have a Toad. You would think that would be fine against the Center Scorch, but you know, it's got Power Whip, so suddenly, you know, Toad is definitely not going to appreciate a Power Whip from a base 115 attack stat, even if it is not stab. So yeah, fairy types, like, you know, Fire Lash is just going to wear them down, so my Clef is, you know, I can't sing with Clef or anything. Roserade is not appreciating Fire Lash. Basically, the only thing that could really comfortably take hits was Chandelier, but then he could easily run Crunch instead, and suddenly, like, oh god, you know. And this thing also has Flash Fire, so he can actually switch in onto my Chandelier if he's feeling like I'm not going to use Shadow Ball. So like, yeah, Center Scorch is actually really decent against my team, and yeah, I had to watch out for it. So the last thing I thought he was gonna bring was a Teleon. Unfortunately, its other starter brethren got better hitting abilities. Unfortunately for it, but you know, Sniper is a thing, I guess. I mean, if you get a crit, it's gonna be nice, but you know, unless you're doing like some sort of scope lens strat, does it get focus energy? It does. So I mean, you could do some fun stuff with crits and whatnot. But yeah, unfortunately for this thing, it's got compared to some other water types we've seen, it's got a really limited move pool. You know, like, it's got water, it's got flying, it's got dark. That's pretty much about it. U-turn is also different momentum too, but like, it doesn't even have a good boosting move. It has Sword Stance, which is good, but like, base 85 attack is not really the type of set you really want to run. I mean, it's feasible, especially in draft league. It's harder to deal with something like that, but like since you have a little more limited options. But again, I don't really expect a lot of scary stuff to come from this. I mean, it's strong, don't get me wrong. It's, 125 base special attack, 120 speed. It's fast, it's strong. Yeah, it's got that limited move pool, so that it's not as scary as it looks, at least based on the stats. Like Choice Specs is gonna put in a lot of work, which is what I kind of anticipate. Something like Hydro, maybe like Air Slash or Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, U-Turn, something like that. But I'm not super duper worried about it. So these were the 6 that I thought he was going to bring, and let's look at the rest of his team, which is stuff he could have brought. Runaringus. I actually don't know how to pronounce that thing. I say Runaringus, but there's no N in between the I and G. Whatever. Anyway, Runaringus is how I'm gonna pronounce it. So it's got pretty good stats. 50 HP is a little bit disappointing for it. But it's got the good defenses, pretty good attack, and it's got body press. And since it's a ghost type, it's got a lot of moves. Like Memento, stealth. With his ground typing, it gets like Stealth Rock and stuff like that. You also get T-Spikes, which is very nice as well. Will-O-Wisp is very nice. Trick Room is also a thing he could do. I really wasn't expecting Trick Room, but Trick Room with T-Tar could be something. I don't know. It's possible. So yeah, this thing is pretty good at getting at hazards, and is one of the things that even if I predicted correctly with Weavile, I couldn't one-shot, pretty much. So yeah, this Runaringus could have done some stuff to me, maybe, I don't know. And another thing to make note of is that it has Wandering Spirit, which means that if I touch it with my Conkeldurr, then I will lose my Guts ability, and then suddenly I have a burned Conkeldurr without the Guts, and it's like, oh no. So yeah, it has some. He could have brought it, because I have literally brought Conk to every single match. So if he really wanted to beat my Conk down even with a Togekiss, Wandering Spirit is gonna just nerf my Conkeldurr to hell. I mean, forcing me to switch out and whatnot. So yeah, this thing's got a nice move pool and okay stats. So he could have brought it for sure. Barraskewda. This thing he could have brought instead of Inteleon, but I wasn't really expecting it because my Sasatoads are always physically defensive, and this thing is basically physical Inteleon in this scenario. So close combat, even if Band-Aid's not going to do too much to me, because especially since I'm running the defense that I need. It's got a nice move pool. Nice Poison Jab could have hit my Clef. It's got fighting moves for Weavile, and it's got Psychic Fangs for Conk, but I wasn't really expecting this to come. It's too frail. That's just the main problem. I'm pretty sure Conkeldurr can just one-shot it with Mach Punch once it gets Guts up. Guts Flame Road. So yeah, I don't really anticipate Barraskewda to come. That and Sasatoad is a problem for it as well. Eldegoss. Yeah, I didn't anticipate this either because Weavile, and I have a lot of physical attackers, so with these middling defense and HP stats, it's not gonna really do much work against my team. And it's pretty much only got grass moves. I mean, it's not good enough. Yeah, you could use this to beat Toad, maybe, but if you watched my previous week's match, I wore down that Serena really well with just knockoff and toxic. The same thing could have happened here. I know this thing gets a regenerator, but eventually, if I stacked hazards and whatnot, that thing was gonna go down eventually. And yeah, so I wasn't really expecting this thing to be brought, even though I do have a Sasatoad. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It could Sleep Powder. I mean, I've been bringing Roserade a bunch just because it has Sleep Powder, but it's probably not enough in his scenario, in his case. Last Shitty. No way in hell he was gonna bring this. I would have bet my life he wasn't gonna bring this because I have pretty much all of my mods have a way of killing it, or yeah, no, just have a way of killing it. Pretty much the only thing that wouldn't be able to was maybe Clef if I was being basic with my Clef and using, you know, the regular teleport set, because, you know, I didn't have a fire move to hit Shedinja, but like if I wanted to, I could have put flamethrower on it. And then, like, you know, Toad has Toxic and Knockoff. Roserade can put it to sleep, and or have Toxic. I haven't run Toxic Roserade yet, but like maybe want to do this. Who knows? Like Shedinja is just a no. It's just a no matchup against Shedinja. With Shedinja. You know, I'm basically there's no way Shedinja was coming. That, and I have a lot of hazards, and he has T-Tar on the same team. So like, basically, if he wanted it to do anything, he'd pretty much be forced to run either safety goggles, heavy duty boots, sash. Like, no way in hell he could have run all of them. And like, God forbid he didn't run safety goggles and he had to bring out T-Tar and then switch into Shedinja. Like, that's a dead Shedinja. Like, I don't know. That was like whack team synergy. So yeah, that's his entire team. So let's go over what I decided to bring. So unfortunately, I can't run Adamant Weavile because he has a couple things that are faster than it's, or like fast enough such that I can't run Not Jolly. So yeah, this is my set, max attack obviously, and then oh shit, oopsie. And then this is enough speed to outspeed Inteleon, and then I just put the rest into HP and Spadef. I don't know. That was just like a random allocation. I didn't really think about it. Conkeldurr, always the same set every week. Drain, Mach, Facade Knockoff. Like it works. It just keeps working, so I'm just keep using it. Yeah. So this time I ran a little bit more speed. I just wanted to speed creep that Center Scorch. I was like, maybe he wanted to outspeed my Seismitoad with no speed. So I was like, I'll put some speed in this so that, I don't know. I think that's my reasoning. I don't even remember. So like, yeah, that was my conk. Seismitoad, it's pretty standard, except I have Rock Slide this time. Rock Slide's for Center Scorch, because yeah. So I ran a little bit of speed again. I was like thinking like maybe he could try to speed creep me with Center Scorch. I just put a little bit of speed into the Seismitoad to outspeed it. And then I have Rock Slide, which will do like, I think it does like 60% to like max HP. I don't remember the calcs off the top of my head. But yeah, this is just get rocks up, toxic shit, you know, Scald, Burn maybe, and then Rock Slide the Center Scorch before I inevitably go down to a Power Whip. Heliolisk. So as I said before, like at the beginning of the video, Scarf Togekiss is like a big no-no against my team. Like if he air slashes, like this is the only thing that I have left to switch into it. So yeah, Heliolisk is gonna be like my only like sort of countermeasure to Togekiss, kind of. Cause like you could easily just like predict my Heliolisk switch in a Dazzling Gleam, like, and then my Heliolisk is at like, yeah, Togekiss really screwed over my team. If he brought like a Scarf set, it was, oh god, it was over. So yeah, I ran a Scarf just to outspeed Togekiss, in case it was Scarf itself, and then I made it modest because I didn't really need it to be super duper fast. I could have done some speed finagling shit here, like made this like, 285 to outspeed Togekiss and put the rest in HP or something. I didn't really do that though. So yeah, I ran Thunderbolt Volt Switch, pretty standard, and then I ran Focus Blast. So Focus Blast is for T-Tar, and then Dark Pulse is for Runaringus. So yeah. Roserade, I ran a speedy Roserade set. This is meant to outspeed Togekiss, and you know I have Sleep Power and Sludge Bomb to deal with Togekiss here. So yeah, not terrible. This is just in case he ran just like a max speed regular Togekiss, or like he tricked the Scarf away with the Togekiss already. So I think my Roserade can start putting in work. Sleep Powder, Spikes. I was able to actually use T-Spikes this time because he has no grounded poison type. And his only clear was Togekiss, and obviously Togekiss does not want to stay in on a Sludge Bomb without knowing he did not want to stay on a Sludge Bomb, period. So yeah, Roserade is a pretty nice hazard setter and just being annoying in general here. And finally Clef, I ran Moonblast Thunder Wave. Basically this Clef is meant to switch it onto Togekiss, hopefully once I get flinched like 25 times, I Thunder Wave it, and then suddenly the Togekiss is crippled, and then I can deal with it with like a bunch of other mons. So that's basically why I ran Thunder Wave. Jesus. Yeah, Moonblast, just stab, Wish Protect to pass wishes and whatnot. And Protect was to help me like get more health against flinching. So that's why I didn't run Soft Boiled. So yeah. So I could get more leftovers recovery, and so I don't want to get super duper cucked by Togekiss flinching me. So yeah, that's my team, and I will see you guys in a little bit for the battle. And we are back. Okay, so I pretty much got his team correct. Looking at the team preview. So yeah, I kind of anticipate everything this week. Go me. There's another reason why I thought why he would bring all 6 members, and it's because I was looking through the replays he'd been he's been in for the past couple weeks, and I realized he brought the exact same team twice, and so there was a possibility that he would bring the exact same team this week as well. I didn't want to take any chances on that, so that's why I did some extra finagling to account for like stuff like Scarf Togekiss, which he did not bring in the past couple weeks or something like that. So yeah, and so I noticed his team was the exact same, and it's possible that he could have brought the exact same success that he did in the past couple weeks. So yeah, fun. I mean, if you bring the exact same team every week, then I could have tried to abuse it, but like I just didn't want to risk him like suddenly changing everything, and then suddenly, Scarf Togekiss is gonna come against my Specs Sigilyphs and flinch me down or some shit like that. I didn't want that to happen. So yeah. Anyway, so looking at the matchup here, it seems like Heliolisk can Volt Switch out on anything, so that's why I just let Heliolisk. Yeah, so he brings in Cobalion. I kind of expected that. I could have like abused it and went to like Conkeldurr or something, but I just wanted to be safe. He could have pulled some Wax Switch and start with Togekiss or something, and then suddenly my Conk is like, I'm in a very bad position. So Heliolisk is just the best position overall to do stuff, because I can pivot out. There's no electric immune, so yeah. Volt Switch out does a lot, and then go into Seismitoad. He gets up his rocks, fair enough. I think I also do the same. Yes, I do. And then I switch out. This is what my Clef's for, and he Toxics, so nice. I get to, Magic Guard the Toxic. He protects my Thunder Wave, which is interesting. And so I think I just Thunder Wave again as he goes into Cobalion. And yeah. And then I switch out back into Toad. He gets paralyzed, unfortunately for him. He probably was going to go for Sacred Sword or maybe even Iron Head, I don't know. But like, if he went for CC, Sacred Sword or CC, then that would have done a lot. It goes into Talion here, and I think what did I do? I scalded. Okay, I'm being safe here. 19%. I go into Clef, so Clef also takes Air Slash from this thing pretty well. As you can see, just 28. Not bad. And then I think I T-Wave it here. Yep. So I was like, I just protect to get my health, to get a little bit of my health back, and then I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna throw up a Wish. As long as I don't get crit flinched, I got crit flinched. So that kind of sucked. Yeah, so I just protect again to get a little bit more of my health back, but I can't risk staying in on the Air Slash possibly killing me, so I had to go out to Heliolisk. On the Air Slash, it does 28. So here I Volt Switch again, and that did 8% on a crit. So judging from that, I knew it was like a freaking Assault Vest max HP max Sibidef, which is like crazy. So I just went in straight into Weavile. I knew that it couldn't take advantage of Icicle Crash, and yeah, not much on his team could, in fact, except for this thing. So Icicle Crash does 35. I go back into Toad. Hopefully, I was just like praying he does the Power Whip. He goes for Coil, which is just scary as hell for me. I Rock Slide here, get my damage off, and he just goes for Rest. And I mean, he can't stay in, so, well, actually he did. I guess he tried to go, I think he tried to go for Rest Talk here. Sleep Talk, yeah, because he got flinched here, so. Yeah, unfortunately he got flinched, by the way. But yeah, so he could have been like Fire Lash Power Whip or something like that, which would have done pretty well against my team here. So yeah, it's really unfortunate he got flinched there, but you know, he crit flinched my Cliff April too. So now we're even, I guess now. I mean, mine thing had a higher chance of happening, but you know, whatever, it's fine. We're even now, I guess. So I just go for Rock Slide again. It was 4. And I think I just go for Skull. I'm just going to kill this Cobalion. I'm feeling the sack, and he is just trying to sack it. It's Life Orb Sacred Sword, interestingly enough. You know, I'm kind of expecting CC over Sacred Sword, but... Anyway, he goes Goodra here. I just Toxic. I'm just like... I think he tries to read my left switch. But I was like... this Toad is pretty much done. All I needed it to do was to really deal with the Cobalion. I mean, I could have kept it to defensively check Tyranitar, but like I have a Conk, so I'm not really too worried about that thing. And so I was just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna go ahead and Toxic the Goodra, and the crit poisons me. I mean, the crit didn't matter as much, but like the poison mattered a little bit. Well, if I wanted to preserve the Toad, but whatever. So yeah, I get the poison. Drago's, unfortunately, he misses. That probably would have knocked me out. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he was like max special defense, so I don't know if it would have knocked me out, but you know, it probably could have. I just went for knock Rock Slide. So unfortunately for him, that means his Goodra is very low after this. He probably would have been at what, like 30? Probably would have been at 30 after this, and so that's pretty bad for him, I guess. No, he would have been at more than 30. He would have been like 40 something, 50 something, which is actually pretty bad for him. So I feel it's kind of bad. I feel bad for that one. Although, since I note, actually, this could have created a much different scenario if I went to Clef, because I could have gotten a Wish up here. Yeah. Oh. Okay, whatever. That was my bad. I shouldn't have. Because yeah, if he was at -2 special attack, like Poison Sludge Bomb was not going to knock me out. Because Sludge Bomb was like gonna only do like 40% if he'd had full special attack. So I'm at 30. So I definitely could have been able to throw a Wish up unless he crit me. And then yeah, I would have been able to keep my Clef alive and healthy for the Togekiss. But that's not how things proceeded. I decided to go Conkeldurr because I was like, screw this, I want to kill shit. So Conkeldurr gets its first kill. It's Gooey Goodra. Interesting. But yeah, I get my Flame activated, and I just go straight to Heliolisk. I don't want to deal with none of this thing's bullshit. He Dazzles here, which is a good play. He actually was like, I don't think he had any special attack investment actually, because that Dazzle should have killed if he did. So yeah, if he was no special attack, then I would have lived on like 1 health, so it doesn't really change anything here. But yeah, if he did have special attack investment, he must have gotten like a really low roll though. So anyway, he caught my Heliolisk, I guess, because like I don't know why he didn't Air Slash for the most part. Like I guess to catch my Heliolisk, so good on him, I guess. Yeah, but like Air Slash has much better coverage against my team if he decided to go for that, because I have a Roserade for Dazzle. But whatever, let's move on. So I just go for T-Ball here. My Helios is pretty close to dead, and yeah, so this is 57%, so it implied that he had like a lot of HP and special defense investment. So yeah, anyway, Helios dies. I go into Roserade here because I have Sludge Bomb, so I will just go ahead and do that. He protects, but I know that this will kill after the leftovers anyway, so yeah. I have Black Sludge, so I get a little bit of my health back too. So yeah. Italian's paralyzed, so I'm just gonna kill it. Yeah. Roserade, it has no special attack investment actually, but it's very strong. So yeah, Center Scorch, I do 34%. He Sleep Talks. Unfortunately, he grabs Coil. That didn't matter. If he wasn't running any attack investment, at least. And I don't think he was. Yeah, I was looking at the previous replays, and I think he wasn't running any attack investment. If he was, then he had a higher chance to kill me. But if he wasn't running attack, then he had like a 2%, like a very low chance to kill me. Like max roll is like 100.6%. So Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to kill me if he had no attack investment, or like it would have been very unlikely. So yeah, but it sucks that he got Coil instead of, you know, Fire Lash or... Oh, it's only Fire Lash. I just noticed. Wow, that really would have been pretty bad against my Toad. But okay. Anyway. So yeah, I Sludge Bomb again. Center Scorch dies. T-Tar comes out. I just put this thing to sleep. I'm just like, whatever. I'm gonna sack this Roserade. Yeah, and then I just go to Conk directly here. There's no one move that T-Tar can kill me, even if he does wake up, which he does. He goes for Earthquake, does a decent chunk, 38. And I know this thing is gonna die to like the combination of if he had Chople, for example, and then he would have been able to. I think he could have been able to kill me with Earthquake again. But like even if he did do that, I have a Weavile in the back with low kick, so there's no way in hell that T-Tar is gonna be my rest of my team. So yeah, I just Mach Punch. It was Rocky Helmet, and so yeah, and that is the match. So basically overall, what happened was that Roserade went on a little bit of a tear in the middle of that battle. They got 3 kills, which is, you know, good for it. And so yeah, I think my Roserade was negative in differential, but now it's not anymore. It's probably like +1 or +2, so good for it. Overall differential, I am at +13 if I'm not mistaken, which puts me still at 3rd place. Second and first are at like in the 20s, which is crazy. So yeah, they're doing really well for themselves. They haven't lost a game yet. Yeah, I am the only person in the league right now who has only lost 1 game. So interesting tidbits here, and I am decently far ahead against 4th and 5th. I think 4th is at +6. So yeah, I'm pretty far ahead. You know, this like if we were doing like a tiering system, I'd be like solid A tier, I guess. And yeah. So one more thing. Conkeldurr also got 2 extra kills, which puts it at the top of the kill leaderboards. Let's go Conkeldurr. So yeah, overall, pretty fun match. Yeah, nice to see Roserade doing a little bit more damage. I kind of didn't expect that to happen, but you know, it just put in the work anyway. It's just, you know, the opportunity presented itself, I suppose. So I'll see you guys next week. Y'all have a great day.